Dr. Anna Kingsford, an outstanding English theosophist of the 1880s, was said to be clairvoyant from the time she could speak. She herself felt that she came from the fairy realm and was given permission to be born as a human being so as to carry out her destiny. At the tender age of 13, Anna wrote the book Beatrice, a tale of the early Christians. Her early wisdom can be seen in the following excerpt. How foolish are they who seek to promote their own comfort by making it their sole study. They lose the very object of their desires and invariably render themselves restless and unhappy. While maintaining her spiritual and vegetarian interests, Anna Kingsford became a doctor. Not only was she one of the first female medical doctors in England, she graduated from medical school without experimenting on any animals. The subject of her medical degree thesis was vegetarianism and ethics. This led Dr. Kingsford to the writing and publishing of a well-received book, The Perfect Way in Diet. Dr. Kingsford continued with her inner spiritual and mystical experiences, which she documented in several books, in collaboration with longtime friend Edward Maitland. She also became known as an outspoken animal and women's rights activist. We now share with you selections from the book The Perfect Way, or The Finding of Christ. This book merges the spiritual values of Christianity and Theosophy to reveal a unifying wisdom that allows humans from all religions to progress along the path to perfection. According to Dr. Anna Kingsford, this perfection is exemplified by the Christ principle, which everyone is capable of discovering within. The third lecture, The Various Orders of Spirits and How to Discern Them, Part 1. We have spoken of the soul and of spirit. We come now to speak of spirits, for the understanding of these also is necessary to a true doctrine concerning existence. But though speaking especially of spirits, it will be necessary to refer also to souls. For those spirits, properly so called, have not souls, souls have spirits. In either case, however, we shall treat mainly of the unembodied or the disembodied. And as the region or sphere which is immediately contiguous to the material, and which we ourselves enter upon quitting the material, is the astral, it is this and its occupants which will first engage our attention. To understand fully the place and value of this sphere, it is necessary to have in the mind a clear conception of the places and values of all the spheres which are comprised in and which constitute that manifestation of being which is termed existence. To this end, we will commence with the following succinct recapitulation. The spirit and soul, which are original life and substance, are divine and uncreated. The astral and material bodies are the created, that is, the manifested part. The astral, which is also called the sidereal, the odic, the magnetic, the fiery, is fluidic and constitutes the bond between the soul and the material body. It is the original body, being that which makes and that which becomes. The original permanent individual consists of soul and spirit, and when manifested, it is by means of the astral or fluidic body, of which the material or fixed body is the outer manifestation. The manifestation, as it is called, in ultimates. Every creation or complete manifested entity, whether it be macrocosmic or microcosmic, is a compound of two dualisms, which are respectively celestial and terrestrial, or spiritual and material. The celestial or kingdom of heaven, which consists of soul and spirit, is within, and the terrestrial or kingdom of this world, which consists of astral body, the seat of the anima bruta, and of phenomenal body, is without. Of these two dualisms, each is to the other the beyond, and between them, saving only where one and the same divine will, the will which has its seat in, and which is the spirit, pervades the whole being, is antagonism. They are respectively the spiritual man and the natural man. But in the suffusion of the entire personality thus constituted by one and the same divine will consists what mystically is termed the at-one-ment or reconciliation between man and God, but which is commonly called the atonement. As the whole is thus fourfold, so, with the exception of the spirit, are the parts. The external material body, whether of planet or of man, is fourfold in that it is gaseous, mineral, vegetable, animal. The astral body, or perisoul, is fourfold, being magnetic, purgatorial, limbic, cherubic, terms presently to be explained. The soul is fourfold, namely elemental, instinctive, vital, rational. And the spirit is threefold, or triune, because there is no external to spirit. Being threefold, it is the essence, the Father, the Word, and is desirous, willing, obedient. And being God, it is one, because God is one, and thus the magical number, mystically called the number of perfection and of the woman, the number 13, derives its sanctity from the constitution of the perfected individual. The astral sphere, belt or circulus, variously called the perisoul, the magnetic, sidereal, and odic fluid or body, is the same with the wheel of Ezekiel, of which the 4 living creatures are the 4 elemental spirits. It contains 4 orders of entities, which are represented by 4 magnetic circuli or wheels encircling the earth, and full of lives. The highest and uppermost of these circuli is that of the elemental spirits or winged creatures. The second is that of the souls. The third is that of the shades. And the fourth and lowest is that of the magnetic spirits commonly called astral. These circuli correspond to air, water, earth, and fire, beginning at the outer and uppermost and going inwards and downwards. The magnetic emanations or astrals are under the dominion of the fire. They are not souls or divine personalities, they are simply emanations or phantoms and have no real being. Every event or circumstance which has taken place upon the planet has an astral counterpart or picture in the magnetic light, so that, as already said, there are actually ghosts of events as well as of persons. The magnetic existences of this circle are the shades or manes of past times, circumstances, thoughts, and acts of which the planet has been the scene, and they can be evoked and conjured. The appearances on such occasions are but shadows left on the protoplasmic mirror. This order, then, corresponds to that of fire, and is the fourth and lowest. Generous viewers, it's been a pleasure to have your company for today's Words of Wisdom.